Coming off a winning day, and I got four more best bets. Let's go. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back into another episode for Just a Bet Outside. We are back with some Major League Baseball bets for Wednesday, May 17th. What a wild day. We had five best bets, and we ended up going 3-2. I wanted the 5-0 sweep, but you know what? We will take a winning day. If you're part of Discord and saw the YouTube short, you saw that we won our NBA bet today, too. So it's a good day overall. I want a sweep, though. It's been too long. I want another sweep. So before we dive in, be sure to smash that like button like you guys have been doing. Leave a comment below and hit subscribe if you're new to the channel. We are trying to get 4,000 subscribers by the end of this month. It's growing quickly. It's all because of you guys. So thank you guys so much for the support. Before we dive into the bets recap and all our good hitter matchups and good pitcher matchups, four best bets, all the good stuff that you guys are waiting for, we got to talk about Aaron Judge real quick. There is videos everywhere saying that he is cheating because he looked over at the first base coach right before one of his pitches when he hit two bombs. Guys, that's a joke to me. First of all, the Blue Jays could use the pitch calm if they wanted to, but they apparently it sounded like they weren't using it. So the catcher was just giving signs normally, where a catcher usually gives signs before all the pitch calm and technology was. So if the first base coach is possibly picking up the signs for Aaron Judge and telling him based on how his hands are and his knees or whatever it is, that's on the Blue Jays. That is not Aaron Judge's fault, or that he's not cheating. That's not the Yankees cheating. That's part of baseball. When you play baseball, part of the game was can you pick signs, and it's kind of this cat and mouse game. When I played baseball, if you're a runner on second base, you're trying to pick up the sign from the catcher. They might be flashing three signs. You're trying to see if it's a second sign given out. One first sign, you're doing maybe close fist for a fastball, all that kind of stuff. So picking signs from the dugout was also a part of it. If they could pick signs from the Blue Jays catcher Alejandro Kirk, then that's on him. It's not cheating in baseball. Just so you guys know, there's no cheating just because he looked over. People are freaking out. But yeah, so that's on the Blue Jays. That's just my opinion. Leave a comment. Well, let me know what you guys think about Aaron Judge and all that. But people are freaking out just because the Astros cheated and all that. So now they think any little movement of the eyes is a cheating scandal. It's insane. It's stupid. So Aaron Judge is the man. He didn't do anything wrong. Anyways, that's my little rant because I love talking baseball. But let's go to that bets recap page now. Here we go. Let's go. Over 9 D-backs and A's. As of recording of this, it's 8-8. So that was an easy winner. Tigers and Cardinals moneyline parlay. I'm just gonna say, I am pissed off because I put the Orioles moneyline and I changed it to the Cardinals as part of that moneyline parlay. The Cardinals choked. They had opportunity after opportunity late in the game. They could not get it done. Tigers was an easy win though, but that was a loss. Arenado over 1.5 total bases. Holy crap! First at bat, home run, 5 straight games. He is something else right now. Bet number 4, under 4 in the first 5 innings. Phillies and Giants. I believe it was 0-0 after 2.5, 3 innings, and then it just didn't get pretty. It was like 6 runs after 5 innings, so that was a loss. And then the Rangers money line. I added that on YouTube and on Discord today, so hopefully you guys got that. They had a nice win against the Braves today at home. 3-2 day plus 0.75 units on the day. And then the season 89 and 84 plus 3.98 units. I'm ready for the sweep. But first, let's start out with those good hitter matchups. All right, here we go. We have 8 good hitter matchups, and that starts with Christian Yelich, the guy that let us down a couple days ago. 13 for 44, 4 doubles versus Adam Wainwright. And then we go Jesse Winker, 5 for 15 with 2 bombs versus Wainwright. But I will say this, Winker's hitting 232 right now this season. He's not having a great year. So then we go to Matt Carpenter, 15 for 41, 5 doubles, 2 home runs versus Zach Greinke. But again, Matt Carpenter, he's hitting 195 this season. So I want to make sure you guys know that. Paul Goldschmidt, who seems to be on this every single day, 10 for 29 with 1 home run versus Corbin Burns, the ace for the Brewers. And then Vlad Guerrero Jr. is 10 for 28, 3 doubles, and 2 bombs versus Garrett Cole. If you can't tell, there's a lot of stud pitchers throwing today. And then we got Whit Merrifield. He is 6 for 19 with 2 doubles versus Garrett Cole. In case you're wondering, he's hitting 280 this year, so not bad. Jose Abreu, 6 for 11 with 2 doubles and 1 home run versus Drew Smiley. Here's what I'll say about Jose Abreu. They just got him on a big contract this year. He's hitting 223 and has the same amount of home runs that I do. 0. That's right. Bryce Harper, 6 for 10, 2 doubles versus Ross Stripling. Harper hits everybody. That's not a surprise. I know he's only had 10 at bats, and some of these like 10, 11 at bats for the last couple. I included them because there were some other ones that I couldn't include because there's like Michael Brantley, he's hurt, and a couple guys that are hurt that hit the other pitcher well. So I just included a few more just so you guys have it, but I don't usually like to use that small of a sample size. But anyways, those are the 8 best hitter matchups. Now we got 4 good pitcher strikeout matchups. Let's go to that. All right, here we go. We got 4 good pitcher strikeout matchups. That starts out with Dustin, May, June, and July. May versus the Twins. The Twins' third highest K percentage versus righties in the last month. Dustin May only has 32 Ks in 47 innings, and he's never had more than 6 all season. I don't understand why. Like I've said before, he's got some nasty stuff, but he's just not striking out a lot of guys. So just keep that in mind. Never had more than 6. Check where that line is when it comes out. Second one, Ryan Nelson versus the A's. Guys, you're going to see some matchups where the pitcher is actually not that great, but it is a good matchup with the team. A's have the second highest K percentage versus righties in the last month at 25.4%. But Ryan Nelson, another guy, doesn't strike out a lot of players. 26 Ks in 40.2 innings. He's had 2, 3, or 4 Ks in all 8 outings. So he's pretty much right around 2, 3, or 4 on every single game. So we'll see where that K prop comes out. But again, he's not a high level, high volume strikeout guy. Third one, Taiwan Walker versus the Giants. Giants, fifth highest K percentage versus righties at 24.7%. Taiwan Walker, 38 Ks in 40.2 innings. He's had between 3 and 6 Ks in every single start that he's had. Then the fourth one, guys, I just have to include this one because he's just unfreaking believable right now. It doesn't even matter who he faces. Spencer Strider versus the Rangers. The Rangers do have the ninth highest K percentage versus righties at 23.8%. So they are top 10, not top of the top tier, but Spencer Strider, guys, holy cow, 79 strikeouts in 46.2 innings. He has 9 or more Ks in 7 of his 8 starts. Just think about that. 9 or more strikeouts in 7 of 8 starts. That's just bonkers. He has 10 or more in 3 starts. He just had 12 strikeouts versus the Blue Jays, who actually have the seventh lowest K percentage versus righties. So honestly, he's pretty much a lock for 9 strikeouts and with a good chance of maybe getting to 10 or 11. So I think his prop started out at 9.5. I've thought about it. I couldn't pull the trigger yet, but that's just something to think about. So those are the 4 best pitcher strikeout matchups. Now it's time for my 4 best bets. Let's begin. All right, here we go. It is game number 1. The Arizona Diamondbacks at the Oakland A's. Arizona money line minus 155. Oakland A's money line plus 135 with an over/under of 9 runs. We are going to run it back just like we did yesterday. Best bet in this game, over 9 runs at minus 122. Some of these books are already starting to change to 9.5. I put it out on Discord a few hours ago when it was at 9. So we got it at over 9 at minus 122. Guys, we have a double Christmas tree alert. That's right, 2 pitchers that are about to get lit up again. For the Diamondbacks, Ryan Nelson, 6.20 ERA right now in 40.2 innings. He has a low strikeout rate, 14.5%, 33% hard contact, which is not good at all. He has given up 1.55 home runs per 9 innings. He is susceptible to that home run. That's in the 33rd percentile, by the way. I know I'm just feeding you a bunch of nerd stats right now, but I love it. He's given up 3 or more earned runs in 6 of his 8 starts. So I mean, he's pretty much a guarantee to give up 3, 4 runs in a start. I mean, that's going to get us almost halfway there, right there. So um, then we got Luis Medina, the funky Cole Medina. That's right. He is on the mound for the A's in 2 starts. That's all he's had. He has an 8.18 ERA, 10 earned runs given up in 11 innings. He's a guy that throws 96 miles an hour, but he only gets 11% swinging strike rate on his fastball. He does have a good slider, 28% swinging strike rate. He doesn't use it a ton, but when he does, it's pretty successful. But he, like I said, he's nothing special. Pitcher doesn't have a lot of experience, hasn't pitched well in the first 2, giving up 34% hard contact. We got one guy giving up 33% hard contact, another guy giving up 34%. I mean, guys, these are 2 guys that are just going to get lit up. Now, behind the A's, say it with me. What does Luis Medina have behind him? The worst bullpen in the major leagues. That's right. Arizona is a top tier offense, like we've talked about, top 5 team in the majors versus right handed pitching. So they're going to have a great matchup. I mean, let's just say Medina gives up 3, 4 runs, right? Maybe Nelson gives up 3, 4 runs. We're talking 7, 8 runs already after 5, 6 innings. All we need is 9 for a push, 10 for a win. Yeah, I love it. Like I said, they're playing. I think it's 8-8 right now in the 11th inning. I mean, they've scored 16 runs. I expect another huge performance by these 2 offenses. Also, the Oakland A's. 27, 15, and 2 to the over this year. That is the second best over record in the majors. So the A's, because they can sometimes hit and their pitching is just absolutely awful, they play a lot of overs. So let's do it again. Over 9 between the Diamondbacks and the A's is my first best bet. Now it's time for game number 2. All right, game number 2. We are going back to this series. The Pittsburgh Pirates versus the Detroit Tigers. Tigers money line minus 150. Pirates money line plus 130. Over under of 7.5 runs. We have two pitchers that are complete opposites to me. So here we go. Rich Hill is on the mound. Sorry, Rich Over the Hill is on the mound for the Pirates. I think he just celebrated his 87th birthday. He's just somehow getting by this year, guys. He has a 4.35 ERA, but he has a 5.84 expected ERA. I expect some regression, negative regression for him. He is in the 27th percentile giving up home runs at 1.74 home runs per 9 innings. He's just very average in his strikeout and walk rate, nothing special. He's now facing the Tigers, guys. Here's the Tigers in the last month versus lefties. Fourth best WRC plus versus lefties, fifth best OPS, and fifth best batting average. I know you might be a little shocked, but guys, they are hitting lefties well. Rich Over the Hill is not that great. I expect them to get to him. The pitcher for the Tigers, he is practically unhittable. He is the leading Cy Young guy right now, Eduardo Rodriguez, the lefty. He has given up, just take a seat, take a deep breath. You got to hear this. 2 earned runs in the last 41.2 innings. Just bonkers to me. Only 19.6% hard contact, 94th percentile. 1.57 ERA, 0.79 whip. He is unreal. Hitters off of Rodriguez's pitches, they're hitting 119 off his cutter. Last year they were hitting 243. That's a big improvement for him. They are hitting 169 off of his fastball. Last year they were hitting 221. So his fastball and cutter are doing much better this year. He's throwing more strikes, and he's just looked really good. So last year he also gave up 29.8% hard contact on his fastball. This year, 19%. He has drastically improved this year. He is unbelievable. He hasn't given up more than 1 earned run in a start in forever. I think since his first or second start of the year. So I love Eduardo Rodriguez to hold them down. My best bet for this game, because I don't want to do that minus 150 Detroit money line, but I do think they win this game, obviously. It's the Tigers minus a half a run in the first 5 innings. So I am just betting the first 5 innings. If you take that, you get minus 117. It's a good way to get that down because I think, honestly, I just can't see any way Rich Hill out pitches Eduardo Rodriguez in this game. The Tigers hit lefties much better than the Pirates do. And the way the Pirates are playing, like I've said, they've won like one or two of the last 10, 11, 12 games. I mean, they've been pathetic. Pirates offense has regressed, and their bullpen has regressed, everything. So Tigers minus a half a run in the first 5 innings is my best bet in this game. Let's move on to game number 3. All right, game number 3, the Chicago Cubbies at the Houston cheating Astros. Astros money line minus 155, Cubs money line plus 135, over under of 9 runs in this game. All right, pitching matchup for this game now. We got Drew Smiley for the Cubs, a lefty. He's been really good this year, guys. 3.05 ERA. His expected ERA even lower at 2.94. He's only given up 20.5% hard contact, which is in the 92nd percentile. As you can tell, I do care about hard contact because that really tells how many hitters are barreling you up and hitting you well. So 9 earned runs given up in his last 39.2 innings. So he's been really, really good. 2 earned runs or less in 7 straight starts. That's right, 7 straight starts. He's given up 2 runs or less. The Astros offense in the last month versus lefties, 22nd WRC plus, 23rd OPS, 21st batting average. They are not the same offense this year, guys. You can see it versus righties and lefties. And part of that is because the guy I mentioned before. First of all, they lost Jose Altuve for injury for a little while. And then Michael Brantley's hurt because he always is right now. And Jose Abreu they added, but he has 0 home runs, hitting like 220. Like, it's just not pretty for the Astros right now. They still got Jordan and, not too much else because Bregman's not hitting that well either. But anyway, so that's a good matchup. JP France is on the mound for the Astros. The Astros are like this pitching factory machine that just keeps putting guys in the majors and they keep performing. I don't know how, but he's had 2 starts so far this year and he's given up only 1 earned run in 11.2 innings, 6 hits in those 11.2 innings. That puts him with an ERA of 0.77. Obviously, he is not going to stay that low for the whole season, but he's pitched really well and he's looked good. Astros pitchers, like I said, they're just all studs. I don't know how they do it. I maybe they're cheating. We just don't know about it. No, I just think they know how to coach up these pitchers. So, Cubs offense on the road versus lefties now, or versus righties, because JP France is a righty. Now, I am saying on the road because the Cubs play in a weird atmosphere in Chicago, where the wind is blowing out a lot and the offense is a lot easier. So I took them on the road versus righties in the last month. They are 17th WRC plus, 14th OPS, and 17th batting average. Very, very average. The Astros are below average versus lefties. I like the pitching matchup. My best bet in this game is under 9 runs. I do not know why the total is 9 runs. Maybe it's because they still think the Astros can hit like they have been in the last few years, but I just don't see it. I know the Astros just scored 5 runs off of the lefty Justin Steele yesterday, but he only gave up 5 hits. It was one of those things where it just didn't work out. They got some runs and they scored 7. Cubs only scored, I think, 2 or 3, so it's right around that 9 or 10 total. But I expect this game to be much more low scoring. I like the pitching matchup, and we're gonna go under 9 runs as my best bet. Now let's move on to the next game. All right, here we go, guys. We have a little different bet this time. It's going to be an alternate total parlay with these two games, Twins and Dodgers, and the Reds and the Rockies. Here we go. It is the under 10.5 in the Twins and Dodgers and the under 14.5 between the Reds and Rockies. If you put those two alt totals together, you get plus 103. Now let's talk about them real quick. Under 10.5 in the Twins and Dodgers. The original line is 8.5. We took it all the way to 10.5 and went under. I think it has a chance to go under the 8.5. That's why I'm making this bet. But Sonny Gray versus Dustin May. This is a great pitching matchup. Sonny Gray has allowed 0 home runs in 45.1 innings. Yes, I know. You're going to know why in a second, why that stat is important. With a 1.39 ERA. Dustin May on the other side, he's given up 1 home run in 47 innings. So they have literally pitched 92.1 innings together. You see that? Hashtag math right there live on screen and giving up 1 home run. That's bonkers to me. Dustin May, 2.68 ERA. Now, why am I saying these home run stats? These two teams, the Twins and the Dodgers, they have the highest percentage of runs scored by the home run in the entire major leagues. The Twins and Dodgers rely on home runs to score runs. I'm not saying that's the only way, but they have the highest percentage. And now you get two pitchers, like I said, who have given up a total of 1 home run in over 90 innings. And they are very good pitchers as well. So I don't think there's going to be a lot of runs in this game. I'm going to take it all the way to 10.5 because I'm a scaredy cat. But under 10.5 is the first part of this parlay. Second part, under 14.5 with the Reds and Rockies. The original line for this is 11.5. So I'm taking it all the way up to 14.5. Honestly, I probably don't even need to take it up that high. I don't know why I'm doing it, but we are because we're still getting plus money for it. These two teams, guys, they just played yesterday with two absolute hot garbage pitchers on the mound and the total score was 4 runs, 3-1. These two lineups are struggling right now. Now on the mound, we got Graham Ashcraft. Sorry, I don't know why I said Garrett, but 3.95 ERA. And the Rockies are the fifth worst offense versus righties. That's right. And then Austin Gomber, not a good ERA, 6.30 ERA for the Rockies, but the Reds are have the fourth worst offense versus lefties. So these are not good splits. The Reds do not hit lefties well. The Rockies do not hit righties well. And now I'm getting 14.5 on this alternate total. Also, I don't believe CJ Crone will be playing for the Rockies because he is hurt. He's one of their biggest RBI guys and power guys. And Ashcraft has actually been better on the road. I know Coors Field is not an ideal place to pitch, but he has been better on the road as opposed to when he's been in Cincinnati, that small, tiny little wiffle ball park that they play in. So under 10.5 Twins Dodgers, under 14.5 Reds Rockies. We're going to try something different with a little alternate total parlay for plus 103. Those are the 4 bets. Let's go to that bets recap page. There we go. Under 9 Cubs and Astros at minus 115. And then we go Tigers minus a half a run in the first 5 innings at minus 117, riding the hot arm of Eduardo Rodriguez. And then over 9, run it back again with the D-backs and A's at minus 122. And then that alternate total parlay, under 10.5 Twins and Dodgers, under 14.5 Reds and Rockies at plus 103. Man, I feel like a 4-0 sweep. I don't know about you guys, but I am ready for a 4-0 sweep. I want to bring out the brooms tomorrow. We're gonna have a parlay on Friday. I tried to get one today. There's just nothing I loved. I didn't want to force anything. So four best bets. I'm gonna have an NBA bet out tomorrow again for the YouTube short and in Discord. So be sure to check that out. Hopefully we can win two in a row in these conference finals. We're also going to try to go live for an NBA playoff game here soon. We used to do it a lot during the season, but we haven't done it in a while. Hopefully, me and Ryan, my co-host, can do it. We'll give out bets live and watch the game and just talk to you guys. It'll be a lot of fun. So, thank you guys for all the support. Be sure to smash the like button, leave a comment, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Thanks again. We'll talk to you guys later.